Hey guys, it's Georgia. I'm here to film my Buffy Season 5 Q&A. You guys left so many questions so quickly, so I was very happy. But yeah, let's just see what you guys want me to answer. I've got all the questions here, not in any particular order. Okay, I'm going to start with the patrons' questions first, and they are... There was a lot of speculation in the comments as well on my YouTube channel that this episode was supposed to be the last episode of the series. Don't know what is 100% true and what is not. You guys have lots of different opinions on that some say it was a creative decision, some say it wasn't. It was just in case it didn't get picked up for season 6 and season 7. But the question really is, how would you feel about the episode if it were the last one? If this was the last episode of the whole series, how would you feel? Do you know what? I mean, it was a spectacular episode, don't get me wrong, but I feel like if that was Buffy's death, I wouldn't be happy with it, because Dawn is not someone that's been around since season 1. You know, if she was sacrificing herself for, like, do you know what I mean? Like, the gang, like, people that have been there since episode 1. I know Dawn is in her mind and her feeling her sister and has been there since she was born. And I know that episode was, and the past episode when we saw her, Joyce bringing baby Dawn home, I know that was supposed to, like, remind us that in Buffy's mind, she's always been there. But I just feel like, for this character that's only appeared in the last season or 2, I don't know, like, I understand it, but yeah, I think it felt a bit rushed. If that was going to be Buffy's death, it's too rushed for me. But at the same time, it was good because it wasn't like a big build-up like, Buffy, you're going to have to die to save everyone. It was just, she sacrificed herself in that moment. I also would not have been happy if that was the final episode, because we didn't get to see any epilogue, you know? Like, I wouldn't have been too mad if that was the final episode, but especially because there's no epilogue, no. Just seeing the grave and that's it. Hell no. Like, we need to see, like, you know, the gang managing. We need to see that Sunnydale's okay. We need to see, like, everybody being happy, and that would be a happy ending. You know, maybe Dawn going to college or something like that, you know? Something that it made Buffy's death worth, rather than just, oh, she died, that's the end of the series. Like, what? Like, no, we need all the characters we need Angel coming back for the funeral. Like, are you kidding? So they also asked, who do you think should take care of Dawn now that both her mother and sister are dead? I can definitely see her moving in with Anya and Xander, but I can also see her moving in with Tara and Willow. I don't see her moving in with Giles, even though that probably seems like the most practical option. Like, he's an adult, like, a proper adult, like, has probably always wanted, and will be missing his daughter Buffy, you know, like, so it would make the most sense. But, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is what happened, but I just, for her own comfort, I can see her moving in with a girl, like, do you know what I mean? Some big sisters, because that's what she was used to. So yeah, probably Willow and Tara. I don't think they should. The question is who should look after her? Giles probably should look after her. His whole thing is that he is the Slayer's watcher. Therefore, you know, she died to protect Dawn. He probably has to dedicate his whole life to it, even though that might make anyone feel a bit uneasy knowing that Giles was very much ready to kill Dawn to save the world. And so, what do you guys think about that? But yeah, I think in terms of who should, probably Giles. Who should in terms of, for Dawn's sake, probably Willow and Tara. But I think everyone, it should be a joint effort, you know. Okay, my other Patreon questions are, how do you rank all the seasons so far? Which is your number 1 to number 5? Wow. So season 1 was the first season that Buffy died, and, you know, she was battling the Master, that little random kid, trying to balance her responsibilities, I guess. That season is not so high up for me. I don't think I fully got connected to the show until like season 2, season 3. Season 1's probably number 5, I will probably say. I know you guys are probably like, what? Because that's the iconic beginning to the show. But for me, season 1's never hit. Like, for any show, like, I'm always like, it takes me a while to get in. So maybe that's my personal feeling. Like, because it takes me a while to get into every show, season 1's are always down there. For rare, I mean, there are some shows that see the first season is the only good season of the entire show. Check out Riverdale. For season 1 of Buffy, I think because I loved the other seasons all so much, yeah, I would definitely put it low. Season 2, where would I put that? So season 2 is mainly about Angel, isn't it? And, like, the end of that was that she had to send him to hell, basically, because he became Angela. Spike comes in, Drusilla comes in. That season, I think, was very good. I will put that season might be number 1 for me, I can't lie. That was the season where Miss Calendar, that death, like, shook me to my core. Like, Nothing tops that death scene it has lately. Tops that death scene. Like, in terms of the whole show, that episode stuck out to me. And I loved that whole storyline of Angelus and Buffy and Angel falling in love with Angel and then having to, like, lose him because he's not Angel anymore. And then, like, you know, Spike and Drusilla. Like, I would think I would put season 2. Ooh, let's hold it at number... You know what? Let's hold it at number 2 for now. Season 3, oh, that was the mayor, wasn't it? That, do you know what? Season 3, I felt like it bigged it up for the finale, like something massive was going to happen. And I know the mayor did turn into like a basilisk or something, but like, I was a bit let down, I think. I remember feeling let down by that finale. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so I think so we've got season 1 at the bottom. I think I'll put season 3 in 4th place. Season 2 is on number 2 at the moment, so we've got 3rd place and 1st place for 4 and 5. And I think... Ooh, this is hard. This is very hard. You know what? I might move season... Should I move season... No, I can't move season 2 down. Because season 4 was all about the initiative. And, like, I loved that. Riley and... Ooh. Do you know what? I'm actually going to put season 5 at number 3. Because I feel like... maybe I'm getting confused with Angel now. But I just feel like there was a lot of... Not filler episodes, but time they could have spent figuring out how to defeat Glory. It was spent... doing other things, and I know that they have other duties, like when there's another little big bad they have to, you know, defeat it, but it wasn't until suddenly at the end, right, now we've got this Glory situation, and the ending it was very stressful, and like I hated that. I was like, they're just not going to win. I didn't like that feeling. I loved it and I hated it. So I'm going to put season 5 at number 3. Season 4, no, season 2, oh, should I put season 2 at number 1? I'll put season 2 number 1, season 4 number 2. Yeah, if that makes sense. I have to like rewatch myself and edit, like, what the heck am I talking about? Favourite episode of this season? I mean, as much as they stressed me out, it has to be one of the ones at the end. Maybe even the finale, you know, that was quite a big one. But, I mean, as horrible as it was, the episode, The Body, artistically, the best episode, perhaps of the entire series. My personal favourite episode, it was very, very interesting. They kept it going for so long of like, who is Dawn? Where has she come from? How is she here? And we've never seen her before. Best episode has to be The Body or the finale, I think. Might even go for the... No, oh my god, no, the finale, because of like Anya and Xander and like all the happy things that happened. As much as, you know, we did defeat Gloria as well, so that was good. And, you know, Buffy will come back. I know she will. Like, I know you guys are saying, you know, loads of you did not know that was going to happen, so it was kind of a horrible ending for you. But, yeah, that I think that would have made me more angry than upset, just knowing that the series ended like that, thinking the series was going to end like that. Nah. Did anything surprise you this season? Oh, for sure. So much surprised me. Joyce dying, for one. The whole Ben and Glory thing, I didn't see that coming, because Ben, they do put these characters in there you know, with other shows, when you have a side character, it means you can't trust that side character, because there's like rarely any side characters that you can trust. But this show, they just add in the odd side character. Like, I feel like Nurse Ben's been around for a while. I call him Nurse Ben, I don't think he's a nurse. I just did not expect, when we first saw that he knew Glory, not even that he became Glory, just that he was talking to himself or someone else about Glory. I was like, wait a minute, there's a connection here? That very much surprised me. Yeah, those things definitely surprised me. Predictions for next season. I'm predicting an emotional and fabulous comeback from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like, you thought I was dead again? I think again. As you know, Buffy will return. Any guesses as to how? Fabulously. I mean, and there's another question coming up, guys, that I know ties in with this, but I haven't got to that question yet. But I didn't even think of this until one of you guys mentioned it as a question. I was like, oh my god. And this excites me because, you know what, I'll say it now. Buffy has died a second time. With your understanding of the Slayer line and how it operates, what do you think that means for the potential of a new Slayer? Well, from my understanding, I mean, I feel like you guys are thinking, oh, a new Slayer's coming, or you're expecting me to say that, but no, because Buffy died, right? Then we got a couple new Slayers, including Faith. Technically, Faith is the Slayer. Like, in terms of the Slayer line, Buffy's dead. Like, Buffy doesn't count. She's the Slayer, but, like, in terms of, like, you know, fate and, like, how this thing works, Faith is a Slayer. Faith's in prison. Unless Faith dies, we're not getting a new Slayer. That's my understanding. So, I don't think there will be a new Slayer coming. Unless I'm wrong on that, but like that's what I've learned from you guys, like again and again and again. Like, Georgia, this is not gonna happen because we already have Buffy did die in season 1. So since then, she is not she's not. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's Faith. We haven't had a new one since Faith, and Faith is still in prison. Unless we're gonna see some of that in Angel, because that will be very, and that's what I'm excited about, guys. Is Faith gonna return? She played a big part in the foreshadowing of season 5, so. I don't know, like that dream that Buffy had, like it was very odd that it was Faith that gave her that dream, but then Buffy does have dreams with Slayers in it. So yeah, but that is my prediction. I think that we're not going to get a new Slayer because we already have Faith. I'm kind of getting like Miles Morales across the Spider-Verse vibes of Sunnydale becoming hell on Earth because there's no Slayer. And, you know, somebody did say, and this ties in, what do you think of Team Nighthawk taking over Slayer duties? I'm assuming that is the gang. I don't remember them giving themselves that name. In the last couple episodes, Willow really stepped up. She didn't realise it, and Buffy in the last episode gave her that confidence. She said, you know, you're the strongest one here, right? Like, I feel like maybe that was her way of passing it over, the duties. I think Willow has to lead it. No one else is qualified. Willow's very powerful now. She is the only one that managed to hurt Glory before Buffy did. So yeah, it has to be Willow leading. It's going to be an epic opener. Willow is no longer this like shy, awkward character. Maybe she's going to be like this very powerful witch. It's like, right, you're over there. We saw a bit of it in the finale and I really want to see more of that. I loved that scene. That was like one of my favourite scenes. Sorry, not the finale. Was it the finale? No, the one before, when Buffy was in her like comatose state. Willow really stepped up and like told the gang what to do. She was the Buffy in that situation. I really want to see more of that. I think everybody else should stay inside and lock the doors. That's how I feel, honestly. I mean, Anya and Xander maybe can fight, but I don't want any of them. I don't want them going out and fighting because you guys have a wedding to plan. I don't want either of you to die. So you guys get into your house, lock the door. Giles, lock the door. You know, Willow and Giles can converse about the books and like, you know, all the stuff that Buffy did, but maybe Willow shouldn't be alone. Willow and Spike, yeah, Willow and Spike, I'm cool with that. Get out there, save the day. Willow and Spike, I'm predicting that we're going to see that as a duo. Especially after he offered her a drink and she was like, nah, that little moment, Willow and Spike next season. In terms of how Buffy literally will return, it has to be something to do with the fact that she is technically already dead and she's already come back to life. So wherever she's going, I mean, she's technically going to hell. And if Angel can come out of hell, then so can she, can't she? I'm sure Glory ruled the underworld. So she is going somewhere. And then she's going to have to pop back out because I have no idea how, honestly. Maybe in these next few episodes they'll contact Angel, I don't know. But I don't think it's going to happen until season 6. So maybe the end of Angel, he'll find out that Buffy died. Oh, I hope we get to see a little bit of that. How would I rank the big bads I've seen so far? What did you like and dislike about them? How would you improve them? How important are they to how much you enjoy the season? That's a good question. I think they are quite important. If the season doesn't have a good big bad for me, I'm a bit like... It feels like a filler. Like the whole season just feels like a filler. How do the big bad episodes compare to the monster of the week ones? Basically thoughts on big bads and Buffy. That last question is interesting because sometimes the monster of the week are way more scary and way more impactful than the big bads. Like we've had times where like even just Riley and Buffy being cursed to like stay in bed and just roll around for like a week straight until they starve to death or their hearts give out, because what was that? Like that was really like important and like scary, because if they couldn't get out of there, the whole town would die. They would die. They'd have no Slayer because she'd be stuck in there. The initiative would be like kaput. Like, so sometimes things like that are like way more important than whatever the main big bad is that's going on. Especially Hush. Like, need I say more than Hush? So many of you guys also said you wish that it was part of the season a bit more because that was scary. But if you think about it, I think that would have been too, like, I don't know, stress too much, like, for the show. It would have turned into an apocalyptic show, pretty much. But you guys have said one of you said, I think, these next 2 seasons taken a more mature and a bit darker approach. I'm like, how can it get any more mature and darker than this? If I was to rank the big bads, in terms of if I liked them, Mayor's going number 5 because he was really irritating. A bit like Negan from The Walking Dead. It's like you hated how confident he was. And how this is the thing in terms of personality, and if I like them, is so different from how important they are to the story. Like Glory, I liked her, so I put her in the middle, but then in terms of how important she was and how powerful she was, she'd be number 1 because she was a god. But in terms of how much I liked her, she'd be like 3. It's so frustrating, but then I guess that makes them a good big bad when you hate them, because it means they're doing their job well. But I feel like I remember the mayor just annoyed me too much, so I think I put him at the bottom. But that season was kind of Faith and the mayor, and I think Faith was a big bad to me. Like, she was a good big bad. She had layers to her character, and you just never knew what she was going to do next. So I'd probably rank the mayor last. I don't remember how I felt at the time, but thinking about it now, Adam, the big robot, I thought he was quite scary, and before Glory I thought, oh my god, how are they going to defeat this thing? So I would put him at like very near the top, if not the top. No, I know who I'm putting at the top. You guys know who I'm putting at the top, but I'll put him at number 2 because, yeah, he was quite scary. Glory I'll put number 3. Number 4 is the Master because, like, what even was that? It was like, it literally felt like the Master was connected to the Slayer in some way, and then he was just gone, like in one season. So yeah, the Mayor because I hated him. Then the Master, then Glory, and then number 1 has to be Angelus because he was just devious, and like, there were layers to that. There were, you know, Buffy was in love with him, so that has to be my favourite big bad, and you guys know how I feel about season 2 anyways. What did I like or dislike about them? Pretty much the reasons I said. I'm trying to think what I liked about Glory. I liked that she was a girly, but it kind of put a damper on it towards the end when she was like, this isn't really my form. Like, I'm like, okay, well, what is your actual form then? Who are you? Is this all just pretend? Like, are you actually a girly or no? The mayor, I hated that he was just always nonchalant. Like, he didn't care about anything like that they did until the end, and he was a dragon in that form. So it's like, felt like we never got to see him actually panic. I think one time we got to see him like, oh, I'm a bit nervous about this. Like, towards the end of the season, I remember being like, yes. But it was more Faith that I was interested in back then. So, but again, with Adam, it was also the woman that owned the initiative. But the Master, he was like a good, you know, Voldemort-looking, scary character. I liked his look, I guess. But like, his whole plot and whole story, I can't really remember, and I don't really know. I mean, he just wanted to open the Hellmouth, didn't he? And just, boom, that was his role. I mean, classic villain stuff. So, you know, that was cool. But apart from that, he felt pretty easy to defeat, to be honest. Unless I'm remembering that wrong, it was a long time ago. And then I liked Adam because he did feel like, I liked it because he wasn't so cocky. He was a robot, so it was quite funny and interesting. He didn't frustrate me as much as the mayor, but it was also stressful because he just killed. Like, he did not give a damn. That was what I liked, because when you go near him, he was going to kill you. Whereas Glory had a purpose. She wasn't always trying to kill. She wanted to get close to people. She wanted to like find out information from Spike. She wasn't going to just kill him, you know. Whereas the robot's just like, I'm going to kill you because you're here. Like, he killed Riley's friend, and he almost killed one of ours, I'm sure. And yeah, I liked that. Oh my god, they're going to die if they go near him, sort of thing. I liked that feeling. But then sometimes I didn't like that he was so powerful that I was like, how are we going to defeat this? Because it makes me think, how are they going to write this in a believable way? You know, sometimes when the big bads are so powerful, because Buffy's strong. She doesn't need, they don't need the big bads to surely be like world enders like here. Like, but I guess it makes it more exciting. And I don't know how, sometimes I don't know how she matches up to them. Like, I know she's strong and she's got the gang and Willow and all that. It's like she's scraping by. Even Glory, she was scraping by and she had to kill herself. Like, but yeah, they're definitely important to how I enjoy the season, because that, when I was ranking the seasons, I was thinking of the big bads of each season. Just for curiosity, this person also says, do you watch any other Buffy reactors? If so, who do you like? If not, why not? I think I used to when I first started out, because I was really into watching reactions when I first started out, so that's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to be one, but I was obviously not watching past where I was at. I was subscribed to Why So Awkward, Anthony, and we did a collab together, but I think I had to mute or like unsubscribe to him because his thumbnails were quite spoilery, and mine are, I'm sure, and I'm sure that's how I wouldn't expect other reactors to subscribe to me either. Like, when you haven't finished the show, I don't think you should subscribe to other reactors, because, you know, their thumbnails are going to pop up like, oh my god, and sometimes their titles are like, Buffy dies, you know, like, not that I saw that, but like, back then I used to have my titles with a little bit of a spoiler at the beginning, and I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't do that, so I stopped. But yeah, so no, I don't watch any reactors for Buffy now. I watch reactors for other things, other shows, but not for Buffy, because obviously I'm still watching the show. When I finish the show, oh, I would love to go back and like find all these reactors and watch all the reactions, because I know there's some really good ones on YouTube, and I want to see if other people cried when I cried, you know, like, I love watching reactions. I'm definitely a reactor fan. Just, I'm holding off while I'm watching the show for this show, but for other shows, I watch reactions all the time. Favourite moments of the series so far? One of them definitely has to be just that whole arc with finding out who Dawn is. I don't know how I feel about the Spike and the Buffy situation love story. Some parts I really hated. Like, I thought, why are they doing this to his character? Why are they making him some creepy, borderline, you know, pervert guy? But I guess he is a demon. He is a monster, like he said. But there were some episodes I really enjoyed about them too. But yeah, then the last few episodes were just so good. Any at all predictions for season 6? That makes me think about like little things as well. I mean, I've predicted Buffy coming back, obviously. If I was going to predict anything else, so let's think, there's no Slayer. I'm thinking there's no Slayer because no Slayer is going to come. I think we have to get a crossover again. Angel has to come. Like, he has to come, like, for the funeral. Maybe they won't show the funeral because we've seen the grave already, so maybe time has passed, I think. I think Giles will be really helping Willow train as a witch. Tara kind of got a backpedal on this season because, like, we've kind of forgotten she's a witch because she hasn't really been doing... It's kind of been all up to Willow, so maybe the two of them, you know, they'll be helping each other, but I think Willow will be taking the forefront. I think Willow will be leading. Giles will be, like, her watcher. Xander and Anya are hoping will just be wedding planning. Maybe the wedding will be a storyline, something. Or if they die on their wedding day, like, God help me. Because one of you said Anya was supposed to die in this episode and she didn't, which makes me think either... okay, they really loved her character, they're going to keep her as a, you know, the fans love her, they're going to keep her all the way to the end. Or the plan is for her to die at some point, they just didn't do it in that episode. So I'm like, scared. I mean, it's been a while since Giles has had a lady friend. Maybe he's got a lady friend now. I don't know, just little things like that. They would have moved on. Like, I think they will definitely mention her. Like, I think there'll be like Xander will say, WWBD, what would Buffy do? I think it will be something that they say at some point. Yeah, I've talked about the consequences of Buffy's death, what will happen to Dawn, to the Scoobies, to Sunnydale. To Dawn is the one part I'm a bit like iffy on, I'm not sure, because she's like, she was given to the Slayer to protect the key, but Glory is dead, so like her purpose is hopefully she will just get to live a normal life. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, to be fair. I'm not 100% like, oh, Dawn's fine now, because she's not really a normal human. So I feel like, what if season 6 is Dawn's just gone and they don't remember her? No, that would so be pointless for Buffy to die. It can't be like that. But I think the town will definitely be under some stress without Buffy around. I just love reading your comments, your statements as well, like your facts about the show. Like someone said, Giles put his glasses on before smothering Ben, which means he wanted to see it. Usually he takes them off when he doesn't want to see something, but he wanted to see him die because this was really important and the Ripper side really took over him. I don't know if this was a question for the Q&A, but it's really interesting, so I'm going to read it anyway. Someone said, if the choice is between one person and the world, why is Ben's life any more less significant than Dawn's? Because Ben is connected to the villain, so it's, you know, Dawn is not connected, she's not the villain, like, do you know what I mean? I think that's why, it's like we had to kill Ben to save the world, because otherwise technically Ben was going to destroy the world because he is part of Glory. If they were just separately and it had to be choose Ben or choose Dawn to die, obviously we're following Buffy and her crew, so we're going to kill randomly Ben. And point for you that someone also brought up was that reminded me, Ben was the one that brought down that demon that was like killing all the mental people, or like making them mental or something, you know, sucking their... I thought that was Glory, but someone said it was Ben, so it makes me, you know, to make his life more convenient as a doctor. So I was like, well, he's definitely not as innocent as Dawn is, so, you know, he can die. As I said, Ben sucks. That is all the questions that you guys asked for me. So that was fun. Yeah, I'm very excited for season 6, and now we can get stuck into Angel, get some laughs in. I have missed Angel, Wesley, and Cordelia. I've missed Wesley, like, I don't know. As always, guys, thank you so much for supporting me, continuing to watch the season. I don't know what I'm going to do when I finish the show. I'm going to come to you guys for suggestions. I'm going to try and do other things too, because with Buffy, I know you guys want the Buffy, but maybe when we have a new one, it can be like, I'll do this and then this and multiple shows, so it will be less of one, but it will be more of more, you know. We've still got 2 seasons left. I'm very, very intrigued to see how they're going to bring Buffy back from the dead, because I have no idea. I don't think we're getting a new Slayer. I'm putting that down now on paper. How can we get a new Slayer when Buffy technically is not the Slayer? Like, it's Faith. She's in prison. Unless they're going to let her out, unless she's done her time, like, but I'm sure she's in there for murder, so... But yeah, thanks for watching this Q&A, guys. Can't wait to start season 6. If you want to become a patron, you can go back and get all my episodes in full, unedited. Hit that link in the description. I'll see you in Angel, maybe? Come on, guys, come on over to Angel. It's fun over there. But if not, I'll see you in season 6 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Bye!